Hello, it's me again, back with another video. I switched recording devices now, so the audio quality shouldn't be that bad, but regardless, here's yet another video. As you can obviously, I'm on the game Jailbreak, which is one of the biggest games on Roblox currently, and kinda deserves to be there, but like all games, nothing's perfect. So I have this fine list of ideas that should be added to Jailbreak, just to make the experience just generally more better. So starting off, I reckon that you should be able to make your vehicle go faster by just simply turning on the sirens. I don't know how to do this. And there is a way to turn on sirens. Oh yeah, by pressing B as a police officer on the console, you can turn on your sirens. I mean, that's great and all, but it doesn't do much. So, because it makes you a bit more obvious and everything to criminals, I reckon that you should be able to go faster when turning on sirens, make it so there's an actual use for it, and also make it so that it's actually worth killing cops and stealing their vehicles. And on topic of that, I reckon that you kill somebody who's inside a vehicle, I reckon that the vehicle should automatically unlock so you're able to just steal it. Alongside that, I reckon that just to help criminals a bit, I reckon that you should be able to press G as a criminal or a cop to be able to eject someone out of the vehicle. Obviously on the enemy team, so you don't have like trolls just repeatedly ejecting you out of your vehicle. And also another problem in the game is that when you're inside a vehicle, like let's say this lovely Tesla here, and if you like pull out your gun, I mean it's already a bit buggy with like how your leg sticks out, but also you're able to pop your own tires like in this, and also you're not able to shoot when you have your gun inside your weapon, therefore not allowing you to shoot backwards and stuff. Just rather annoying because like most of the time you would want to be shooting backwards. So yeah, very limited angles. So I reckon they should do something similar to Mad City, but not exactly like it. And also when doing that, they should make it so when you're in a vehicle that has a roof on, that when you try and shoot out the vehicle, you should be able to should have a slower fire rate to make it so vehicles such as truck are actually viable. For example, if I get into this Bugatti, start shooting, well, you can't shoot, but that's besides the point. Oh, damn it. Oh, dang it. Got screwed over by the controls, isn't it? Because, well, it just doesn't make sense to have the crouch mode here. You should do something a bit more like Mad City, where you can punch by just being barehanded. But anyhow, and anyways, where was I? Yeah, the Alpha Sports are also pretty bad in this game, because usually when you're in stores, crouch, the laser usually just clips the back of you, so you need a bit more work with that. That's going off script for most of that, so let's sort of bring it back onto the script. So anyways, okay. So, oh yeah. So when you're inside of a vehicle, when you try and shoot, and it has a roof similar to the Camaro and that sort of stuff, you should shoot slower than if you're in sort of a roofless vehicle like this Multi Jeep, which I'm not sure if it's launched actually yet. No, I don't think it is. But anyways, yeah. When sitting in one of them, you should be able to shoot faster than if you're in one of these. And talking about vehicle shooting, I reckon that each vehicle should have different healths, so that the Camaro would just still have to use a 100 health. A vehicle like the police bike would have something more like 30 health, that's 2 pistol bullets. And also reckon that's whenever you shoot a vehicle, there should be a sort of hit marker sound effects and a grey number popping up to show that you hit a person, similar to how just so you know how much damage you've done. And along with that, when you're inside a vehicle, there should be a health bar right next to the rocket fuel bar, just so you know what health you're at. And whenever you go inside of a garage, your vehicle should automatically repair itself, but not when using the automatic garage, because clearly that would be too overpowered. And also, alongside that, I reckon that the helicopters need a nerf, because, damn it. Okay, that wasn't controversial, mad, but anyways, yeah, I reckon that helicopters need a nerf, because they're very easy to access. I reckon that they should... Okay, let's do this again, okay. The helicopter on top of the second police station is really easy to access. Literally just requiring just to park a vehicle on top of it and jump on top of that. So clearly they need to change that, and also, I reckon that the default helicopter should have only 3 seats, and that the military helicopter should have 5 seats. Therefore, placing the monster back at its rightful title as vehicle with the most seats. And also, I reckon that the rotors on the helicopters should be solid so that it's more difficult to fly. And also, just quick thing, this tunnel over here, it's pretty pointless. You could just go off the edge, but it just leads to just a dead end. So they could make some sort of like roadway, like going down here. That would be great, because because usually I want to stay on the road. So yeah. And here's a new factory power plant. Like, I have two ideas for this. Either remove it or just change it up a bit, because like there isn't much inside the power plant robbery currently, and currently the puzzle does not have control support, so it's basically inaccessible by quite a few players in this game. And also the robbery is just a few lasers and the conveyor belts. It's not even that difficult. And also I don't like the feature where the uranium runs out of value over time. That just rewards too much for players who are already rich. And also, to make things a bit more interesting, I reckon that with uranium it'll be similar to Museum where you can't hold weapons, but it also goes slower, but enemy players around you would take damage because of the uranium. And just remove that thing when the value goes down over time. It's just pointless. Just make it so that it's like a similar value to the gold inside the bank, like 3,000 for each robbery from the factory. But really, it isn't much more difficult than, let's say, the trains and convenience store. Because you see here, jewelry store gives 5,000 cash and... Oh, dang it, where's that coming from? Never mind. But anyways, inside the prison, like, you know how you've got like 3 sort of primary escapes. Got the electric box over here that's been here since dawn of time. Yeah, 10 punches over here. Press and hold to open that thing up. You just need to run freedom. One thing I would change is that I would make these next fences a bit higher so people can't just jump over there. The problem here is the sewer escape. It's too easy and just requires very low effort. Because unlike that, where you can risk being spotted by going across the parking lot, over here for the sewer escape, all you have to do is tap and hold Y once. Then you're just completely out of sight. You're practically invisible here. And you got multiple escape routes, so it's just pretty ridiculous in my opinion. And as you can see, there was also a criminal that went down sewers at roughly the same time I did. So to fix this, I reckon that they should make it so you have to find some sort of screwdriver to open it, and also make it so that it's only open at night, so you'll have to actually try and time your escapes. Similar thing could be done with the explosive wall and the ventilation escape, because I believe that the ventilation escape shouldn't require a keycard, but a screwdriver is similar to that of the sewer, and similar to Mad Scene. It could like generate in like certain spots, so for example, the screwdriver could like spot. Wait, hang on. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Okay. Up there. Yeah, but so if you change obviously, as you can see then. So anyways, that thing actually provided an idea for me. I reckon that they should make it so that like whenever you get hit, like similar to in Phantom Force and you got that red ring, that should also be a thing in Jailbreak, where there's sort of a red ring showing where you got hit from, so you're not just a sitting duck out there. But that just might be just because I got angry at that one moment, but yeah. A small change, they should just add a pistol to the gun stores, because usually I go to gun store and the only reason I go to criminal base is to get a pistol, but criminal base is supposed to be the base of the criminals, so I reckon that when you're inside the criminal base, you appear on the radar a bit less so that cops don't see you as often, or maybe even cloak yourself entirely when you're inside the criminal base, unless somebody looks at one of the radars inside of the secret police base. And also, I reckon that prison jumpsuit should make you appear more on the radar than you do when you're just in normal uniform. And also have something similar happen to cops, where cops in a cop uniform, 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 you appear more on the radar for criminals. And also, can you make it so that when cops spawn, they automatically have like either the SWAT uniform, so that criminals aren't the only ones wearing cop uniforms, because cop uniforms are only useful for criminals. So basically, in Jailbreak, you got all these items, you got different textures, rims, and different spoils. But I reckon that like, for every like spoiler and rim, should be some sort of property that gets added to your vehicle. Like things like the jet should just make you more aerodynamic. Money probably shouldn't do too much. Maybe something really simple like a small acceleration boost. Arachnids, better off-road handling or something. Halo blade and turbine shouldn't do too much. Billion, something similar to the money one. Cyclone, Biloxi. You get the point. So you should all apply some soft start effects. Same with the tires. Like maybe police might give a buff when you're a police, criminal thing. And I don't know, I think these four should just do the same thing because I don't know, I can't think of anything for them specific YouTubers. And spoilers especially, like they should do quite a lot. So yeah. And maybe they should make it so that, a bit like how in Terraria you can have like vanity costumes and the actual armor, we should have something similar to that where you can have a spoiler equipped but then have a different one actually appearing. But I don't think the textures, colours and the light should really affect that either. So yeah. And also, there's this feature that was added all the way back in February, I think, where there's two levers in the map when you can switch a train's position. And as you can see, there's like two colours for like two main teams of Jailbreak, the criminal team and the police team. And I reckon that like, if the train goes that way, it should give more money to the police when they rob the train. And also, makes sense because like, when it goes that way, criminals are more exposed and like, they go this way. And criminals should also have a cash bonus if the train goes that way. So yeah, and when did this person appear? It was like a proper chill though. So yeah. So these new tyres that have been added to this game are quite interesting. You got like I think you have like 8 tyres here. I'm not too sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Doesn't matter. But anyways, I reckon that along with like using what sort of style the tyre is, I reckon that you should also be able to customize the colour of it. For example, like the line one, you could like choose if it will be a red line, even though there's a line here, but yeah. And same for off-road, you could have like white off-road tyres and just that sort of simple stuff. And maybe even like one that costs maybe like 100,000 where you can customize what the text says on the tyres. But I doubt that they'll be able to do that because all these are custom texts. It's quite difficult to sort of warp text around, sort of circle the shape, because usually it just gets messy and all that. So yeah. And also, this interface is quite annoying. I personally, I'm not keen on this. I think we should bring back the old system and also only 3 save slots. Obviously, you could use more. And remove spawning from Mobile Garage. And also, briefcases appear like... Actually, I don't think they appear here currently, so that could be a quick change they can make. Make it so that briefcases can appear here, but briefcases currently have one using that to gain money, and first of all, something simple we could do is that you should have more of a variety of the amount of money you can get from the briefcases, similar to the banks, and how money scales up in different ways, and even that could be fixed too. Like, clearly deductions is too easy for the amount of money you get, but I reckon that you can have different amounts of money for briefcases, and also I reckon you should also be able to get some ammo for rockets, explosives, bombs and missiles. I think that would be pretty cool. Or maybe even like another gun like a Mad C, which I reckon what would be cool is adding a revolver that has 6 bullets in the mag and does 20 damage. So that would be a 5-shot kill. Obviously, make it have a slower fire rate. It'll make sense to make it have a slower fire rate than a pistol. And also, I reckon that in the fire station, they should have some sort of weapon in here. Maybe some sort of fire axe they can use as a weapon. That will do 40 damage for swing speeds and fists, obviously. And also, I reckon that's like, there should be a C up here so you can like snipe using this. And when this is up, I reckon that's, and when the, dang it. So anyways, when the ladder's up, I think you should be able to shoot the ladder to have it fall down so it's more difficult for people to trail it. Now, unless you have the vehicle unlocked, they can pull your ladder up. And I also reckon that you should be able to choose where the water from the hose lands, because it's pretty difficult to put fires. So, yeah. Yeah, as you can see, the shotgun does way too much damage. I just enter here and try and show you an example. If I get a good angle on this person. Oh wait, did he just run off? Hope he didn't go too far. Dang it. Oh, you're my example. Come back here. No, 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 no. You actually kidding me? That's my example, but yeah, shocking so overpowered. Anyhow, it's a really simple feature that you could add into this game to make it so the game's more intense. Is that when you gain bounty, there should be a multiplier given for each robbery you attempt. For example, when you obtain 1000 bounty, you should have a 10% multiplier. That would be quite interesting because criminals would actually want to protect themselves, so they wouldn't leave the game as much. So people would have higher bounties in these servers rather than leaving the game. So they actually have something to lose when they die. And also, along with that, I reckon that we could increase the stakes further for criminals by having cops have the ability to see criminals' bounty at all times, like a mini bounty board, like probably appearing right next to the missions. And talking about missions could be heavily improved, like they're really specific in what they ask, like here. Kill 10 boys by punching them, I mean, as I said before, increase punching damage, and it's just way too specific. They could probably change it up, like maybe making it so you need to rob a building a certain amount of times, or get a certain amount of money. Just something more, because like no one ever looks at the missions nowadays. So yeah. Also, if you didn't know, shooting's actually really overpowered. So if I just come over here and oh yeah, as you can see, like I can't actually get down from this parachute. Yeah, I'll actually have to land. That's another thing you should have to control us. Anyways, when you climb all the way up here, let me just check something. So anyways, when you climb all the way up here, you get quite a good vantage point, but with parachute, you can actually parachute all the way to Volcano Base. You can see here, I'm making quite some distance from parachuting from that building all the way over there. So yeah, and also, now that we're here, it's just a lone briefcase over here. So yeah, as I said, get multiple different amounts of money for robbing these things. Yeah, I also reckon that like, you could add a purpose for these satellite dishes. I'm not sure what you'd add. Like, think of something. What would you add? Oh yeah, maybe when like destroying the satellite, sort of make it everyone on the minimap just turns invisible, making it more difficult for people to find you. And also, military base, there really is no point in entering it. Everything against UFO, even that's not the best. One thing you could do is, with the UFO, you could make it so that, I don't know, I got nothing actually. But they should just do a quick fix where, well, if you die in the military base as a prisoner in there, you can get transferred back into regular criminal base, and obviously, that just defeats the point of this. This is supposed to be the more difficult prison, and if you can just do that, then what's the point? And also, inside of the same building as UFO, there's a board saying coming soon, and oh wait, alright, hello. My laptop crashed, so I'll just be continuing on with some random gameplay I've got in the background. I'm not sure what it would be, but it would be interesting. So anyways, here's a few more ideas. So, you know how the fire truck, the military helicopter, the jeep all have that thing we can press G? Oh, I think that's when you press G of the ambulance, like along with backseat opening, I reckon that the stretcher, or whatever it is there, will just come out the back and sort of acts like a separate vehicle. So that would be quite interesting what people can do. Yeah, I reckon that like inside the military base there should be some sort of armour, making it so there's a reason to enter the military base, and obviously they're going to add some sort of ray guns, so I reckon that should have like no recoil and no bullet drag. So yeah. And you know how cops can spawn in either three sort of areas? The police station, the prison, the standalone one in city, and the military base. I reckon that people who are high level could also spawn inside of like the secret military base. Same with criminals and the secret criminal base. I reckon that would be quite useful, and maybe making it so that cops can spawn in the airport, and so that the criminal base have some sort of hideout near Ferrari spawn, or maybe that they'd be able to spawn at their apartments even, and suburban neighbourhoods. Who knows? And anyways, I reckon that they should also make some differences between the rifle and AK-47, because currently they're way too similar. So the rifle should have less recoil than AK-47, do more damage to vehicles than AK-47, but it has more bullet drop. But AK-47 should do more damage, have more recoil, do more damage to people, and have less bullet drop. Two other things that are infamous for just being practically useless are the binoculars and flashlights. I reckon a way to make the binoculars useful is make it so it's like kind of X-ray goggle, so whenever you put it on you can sort of see where people are, obviously. Quite useful in a place like the bank, when a police officer and you just don't know where the criminals are at, and obviously they will just blink every now and then, similar to the radar. And to work in conjunction with this, the flashlight, when shone at an enemy player, could just reveal the location on the map for 10 seconds without them disappearing. So that can be useful in conjunction with the binoculars, so you don't lose them as easily. I reckon that they should increase the radio volume, and also make it so that the user can choose what volume to put the radio at. Somebody could put it low when they're trying to hide, and high when, you know, like everything's put up high or something. So yeah. So I reckon that like something they can add to Jailbreak is have it so when you're in first person you actually aim down your sights so you can more easily, you know, use it and make it so they're used for first person, and also going first person is more viable when using a controller. And along with this, you could add weapon attachments, like nothing too crazy like in Phantom Forces, but something more simpler like 4 sort of types of attachments. So you could either have a suppressor, which would do the obvious, and you can only have one at a time in my opinion, so it's not like too insane. So a suppressor, so you're more hidden. It would also make it so when you hit your target, it wouldn't have that red sort of ring showing where you are, like I said earlier, and a sight, which would do the obvious. A laser, which would obviously show a bullet hits, and an extended mag, which, like in Phantom Forces, just adds more bullets per mag, would be quite useful. I also reckon that like vehicles should be able to take damage from explosives, fires, and the infamous trains. That'll be pretty interesting to see. Oh, and also, I reckon, along with in prison, I reckon that should be Suin City, which works in almost the exact same way as the idea I proposed for the one in prison. I also reckon that like SWAT shields, saying that one of the main quirks for the SWAT pass should be able to like bounce back bullets, making it so they don't hit you, but hit them instead, and also make it so that the SWAT shield has its own sort of health bar next to where the rocket fuel would be if you're in a vehicle. And I also reckon that when you kill somebody, you should have some sort of cash reward. For example, like when you kill somebody, you should get something like 250 cash, nothing too much because it could be easily exploited. And as a cop, you should like only get 100 per kill. So yeah. So I also reckon that inside this new area, you should have some sort of convenience store. Maybe some sort of place that sells coffee, because that would be pretty cool, obviously. There's some of my ideas to improve Jailbreak. Right. Oh wait, ow.